All right, we're in round one. I'm going to keep this hand. I mean, we have Dramoka and we have the key mana components to play it on turn 5 if we can draw some lands, so I think we'll keep it. Wouldn't mind seeing a black mana off the top here. Dragon fodder, a little bit less attractive, but if I find a red or black mana, I can go Dragon fodder, Vulturous Haven, which isn't bad. All right, Battle Brawler, so we look to be playing against something pretty aggressive. Likely pretty aggressive. All right. Airy Bowmaster's not the worst draw, to be honest. All right. Did draw the red mana, which is pretty nice, actually. So I think we just drop the Dragon Fodder, because next turn I want to play Bowmaster's Hardcast. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to wait. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to Megamorph into it, have enough time to do that, so I'd rather play a Dragon Fodder as like a way to double block Skirmisher, or I guess a way technically to double block Brawler too, if he doesn't play a red permanent, of course. Alright, did get the red permanent. Think so. I could double block Skirmisher. I think I want to get stuff off the board, so I'm going to double block the Skirmisher and just get it off, take 3. And I'm going to hardcast Bowmasters next turn. Did see the black mana, which is kind of nice. So I could play the Wandering Tomb Shell, which isn't bad actually. But I think I'm going to play Bowmasters. So if he attacks with both, I can't really afford to take it. So I feel like I block the Summit Prowler, or I get Bathed in Dragonfired, I guess. So I can play Pyrotechnics now. 3 cards left in my opponent's hand. Feel like Dramoka kind of has to come down. Unfortunately, Pyrotechnics doesn't really deal with both of my opponent's things. All right, him tapping out for that's kind of nice, actually. So this is interesting now. I can play Pyrotechnics, but I kind of feel like this is a good opportunity to play Wandering Tomb Shell as well. 2 cards left in my opponent's hand. So if I Pyrotechnics, the best play I've got is to kill Summit Prowler, and that brings this back down to a 2/2. If I play the Tomb Shell, he doesn't really have a good attack into the Dramoka. But if he deals with Dramoka, I don't really have a great block with Tomb Shell. I could also play Vulturous Haven. It's just a 2/3, but it doesn't really do much on this board. I kind of feel like the best play is Tomb Shell pass, or Blossoming Sands Tomb Shell pass, and I think I'm going to do that. Basically, getting another blocker seems correct, and he didn't have removal last turn, or I think he would have played it. I don't really see why he wouldn't have killed Dramoka last turn if he had it. And being able to possibly, like now, get full value off of Pyrotechnics is a much more attractive option in my mind. Okay, so now we go Pyrotechnics here. So if I attack, I think I do attack. I'm going to take 2 damage at least, possibly 3, but if I don't start the assault, I feel like I just lose later. mean, he can lose calm, kill me, but pretty sure lose calm would kill me regardless. So lose calm is kind of a moot point. That's like all the more reason I need to be attacking here. Oh, that's too bad. So he happened to have a really good card against my Wandering Tomb Show, which is disappointing, but can't do much about it. All right, Grim Contest is actually pretty good. I wish I had more than one black mana. So the question is, do I attack with Dramoka? My opponent's got one card. I kind of feel like I have to. I guess what I can do is play Vulturous Haven, attack with Dramoka, bring this up to as a 4/5, so it's a blocker for the Manifest. But then if he has Dash, I'm in pretty big trouble. I think I'm going to go with the Vulturous. If he has a Dash creature, I'm in trouble, though. I feel like if he has Dash, I'm in trouble anyway, though. Alternatively, I can play Vulturous Haven and stay back, but not the biggest fan of that either. Maybe that is the correct play, though. Let's play Vulturous Haven and stay back and see how that works out. This plays around Dash. And I still have blockers for both his guys. So if he draws a Dash guy, all right, he didn't draw a Dash guy, and I think I'm actually okay here. So now I think I swing Dramoka. Still hope he doesn't have Dash. He attacks with everything. I block Manifest, Grim Contest one of his Battle Brawlers. Although I guess if he has a... No, if he has a red... Well, guess if he has a red creature, now I'm dead. Alright, maybe I should have just attacked last turn. I was trying to play around Dash. Alright, well, I'm kind of happy he didn't have a red creature. Could have actually fought the Manifest instead, but... Oops. Gonna actually have to tap my mana right here. There. Wow. Well, that was a close game. I didn't exactly do that the safest way possible, but I was playing around Dash. He didn't have a Dash, and then I went a little bit balls to the wall. If he had had a red creature, we would have died, so does not get much closer than that. I actually think Seismic Rupture is fantastic in this match. I also think our Custodians are very important. Do I want to... I'm actually debating Resupply. I know it seems awkward, but that could be something I realistically want. I feel like Vulturous Haven's kind of dangerous. Not that card draw is bad, but losing life seems out of the question. There's also Harsh Sustenance again, which might actually be... It's so color intensive, though. It's like in It's in our two like actual splash colors. So I'm debating Resupply as like a way to gain life plus buy time. I honestly I'm kind of thinking Resupply. Granted, we only have 4 ways to get white, but Or I can do Harsh Sustenance, but we never had more than 2 creatures on board. It seems unlikely. Actually, Resupply works kind of hilariously well with Volcanic Vision. All right, let's do the Resupply. I'm at least curious about it. I'm not going to swap my mana base though. All right. This is certainly a hand. All the white mana. Well, I guess that's good for Resupply. Angler looks a little bit tough to play at the moment, but we're also building towards this Pyrotechnics. All right. I have a feeling I'm going to take some Hand of Silumgar damage for a little while. All right, black's not the worst draw. I think we're going to be beaten down by Hand of Silumgar until I'm in Pyrotechnics range. All right, Deathbringer Regents. Pretty expensive at the moment, but it's okay. So we'll drop the Custodian, rather. All right, Morph Creature, which could be a lot of different things. Hey, Colossadon Yearling's actually a pretty fantastic draw. So let's drop that. Let's play our Yearling and pass. Got a pretty good defense set up at the moment. I mean, if he bathes in Dragonfire, we still have a good block against his non-death touch dude. And next turn we have Pyrotechnics, which is pretty nice, actually. Hard cast the Imp. All right, well, we're going to get some pretty solid... All right. Should have attacked with the Hand of Silumgar. I'm pretty happy he didn't. So we're going to kill Hand and Reckless Imp. I think that much is obvious. No, we're going to do 1 here, 2 there, 1 to him. All right, so 3 cards left in my opponent's hand. I'm close to Resupply, which should bring us back into a healthy life total range. We're fairly close to casting Gurmag Angler. If I draw an untapped land, I guess technically I can. All right, Formless Nurturing is actually a pretty nice draw too. That once again gets us into Gurmag Angler range, but let's drop the Formless Nurturing and see if we get something of substance here. It is something. It's actually a pretty good one to flip. It turns it into a 5/3 trampler with some abilities, so I actually kind of like that. Pretty satisfied flip there. We're 1 land from Deathbringer Regent too, which is not to be overlooked. So I do have to flip this before I attack, or else I don't get the formidable first strike bonus. Something to note. Okay. It's acceptable. Ooh, this is going to be the sexiest Seismic Rupture you've ever imagined. Let's do it. Could have Coat with Venom. No, just a Marsh Hulk. All right. So we'll get in with our Yearling. And actually we get to play an Angler too, which is pretty sick. All right. I think we're just going to play Resupply now. See if we draw a land. Did. All right. Guess we could get Mind Rotted here, but we'd lose a Deathbringer Regent. So I think at this point I probably just hold lands. Although, to be honest, I'm kind of tempted to play the Explosive Vegetation. Don't really need a Custodian so much, but I guess if I see Assault Formation, I'm going to want it. Reach of Shadows, perhaps? Oh. I think I'm just going to play Deathbringer Regent. There's not 5 other creatures on the board, so why not? I've actually got a dragon too, which is kind of nice. Wanted to boost my guys for... Alright, well, we beat a pretty aggressive black-red deck, so that gives me some confidence in our deck for sure. Alright, we'll see you round 2.